I'm an idiot, and this is awesome. Hey everyone, welcome to Princess Gay. I'm your host Connie, and today we are here with episode 2 of To Be Hero X. So yeah, I said we were going to get back to this as soon as possible, and we're back. This is taking over, obviously, for Devil May Cry in the Monday slot for now. Because I'm just not ready. I'm not like wanting to get back to Inyanu. I think that's how it is said. I'm not ready to get back to that just yet. Um, but yeah, so To Be Hero X. Why am I an idiot? You may be wondering from that cold open. Well, if you watched my episode 1 reaction, I missed a lot. And I missed a notably important thing specifically. And that tends to happen. I want to make that clear. It's like as a reactor, when I'm reacting to something, I'm a lot of times talking. I'm, reacting. And that a lot of times can cause me to miss something. Even though there's subtitles on the screen and I'm trying to pay attention and watch them, I'm also getting my thoughts out. And sometimes something can kind of like completely fly over my head. It happens. I apologize. Just correct me in the comments. When this does happen, just correct me in the comments. Don't be rude about it. No need to be rude, but just, send a like correction. It's like, "Oh, you didn't understand this. Here's what this was." And it's like, "Okay, thank you." Also keep in mind that when I watch stuff, I tend to like a lot of times, not always, but a lot of times watch it multiple times. Especially if it's something I really enjoy. I will tend to watch it on my own through the reaction, and then I might watch it on my own again, or I might watch it through other people's reactions, and so on and so forth. Sometimes I'll even watch it with my sister. um, but yeah, it's like it's one of those cases where I probably will notice. I just didn't notice in my initial reaction. But still, no harm in correcting me. I welcome that. Just don't be rude about it. There were some comments last time being a little bit rude, and I had to delete a couple. But yeah, it's like just there's no reason to be rude. If I miss something, just correct me. But the big thing that I missed last time was how the hero thing works in this world. It somehow flew over my head that the reason why like he's becoming nice, like physically and in terms of powers and all, is because in this world it's like run basically on belief. If people believe you to be something, then you're going to be it. And so him like taking over Nice's role after, his suicide, he he starts by like basically pretending, showing up with press and everything, but it starts to become real the more he does it because the people start believing, "Oh, that's nice." And so he becomes nice because of it. It's a wild thing. It's a wild idea, but it's literally based on belief. And mind you, I don't think it said exactly how that happened, like how belief is just causing them to be able to like for all of this to happen and everything. But I wonder how powerful this belief is, because obviously we know it can change like your physical features and allow you to have powers and everything. Can it bring someone back from the dead though? Because at the end, we saw that the girl, I don't remember their names. I'm sorry. I only remember Nice. Because of the dumbest reason, mind you. But I listen. The way I remember his name is I think of that meme, the guy who was reading. I don't know the guy's name, but he was like reading poetry, and he's like talking about like eating and stuff, and he like clicks his tongue and says nice. You know what I'm talking about. That meme has been everywhere for a long time. Um, but yeah, it's like that's how I remember his name, and I don't know why that's how I remember his name, but it is. Um, but yeah, the his girlfriend, nice, the original Nice's girlfriend, who would now become his. Um, he found her at their home because she had moved in with him at their penthouse, dead, and she looked like she was. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe shot through the head or something. It's hard to say exactly how she was dead, but she was very dead. And that's really interesting to me, kind of for a couple of reasons. Because the original Nice committed suicide, and then suddenly she's found dead. Like, I don't know exactly how long after it's been, how long he's been, like, taking on the role of Nice. Um, but he's found, or she's found dead. Like, I think it's the night after they had that big battle with his former boss. And I'm wondering if it's connected, and I'm wondering if it's connected to the belief thing. Like, what if there's a rumor that spread around that Nice was suicidal, and enough people started believing it that he became suicidal? Would it work like that? Could, like, just internet rumors and stuff, like, really fuck things up for people because of how this belief system works? But then how, like, what would happen with her? Again, could it be like some kind of internet rumor that she died and people just believed it, so she was dead? But if enough people believed she was actually alive, would she be alive again? I don't know. I don't know. I'm really thinking about this belief system because it feels like it's very insane in terms of how it works or how it could potentially work. So I'm not entirely sure. But the first episode mostly focuses on getting to like understand what's going on in this world and with the characters, getting to show some action, the varying art styles, and just really getting started in this. It was a really strong first episode. It was like very fun and exciting and interesting, and it made me want to see more. So, I mean, here we are. It's something I didn't want to wait on either because, like, with the amount of hype this series has gotten and with how much I did enjoy the first episode, I wanted to make sure I got back to this ASAP. I just felt like it would be, you know, good to see more. And so, yeah, like I said, now we're here and we're about to start with episode 2. So let's just get this going and see what this episode has in store for us. Hold up just a sec. Before you click that link down in the description below to get to today's video, I want to remind you of all the awesome content we have both on this channel and the Princess of Gaming channel. Let's check it out. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. So, this is interesting. I guess she was faking her death, because we saw that she, like, has done that. It's like, it even mentions in the episode, like, he mentions to her, it's like, you faked your death, like, multiple times now. She's not going to fall for that. So I assume the ending of last episode was her faking her death to try and get out of this. Um, yeah, all right. Sure. But we find out in this episode a lot more about Moon. We find out that she started off as a travel blogger, and that eventually led into her meeting Nice and becoming like a full hero and basically being his side piece. She never like at that point really had this identity of her own. She was never able to be herself. And she even reveals that she had been under contract since she started being a travel blogger, even. That was always part of it. So she's been like unable to have her own identity for a long time now. And she's grown to hate it. She's grown to resent it because she doesn't like just being the side piece to someone else. She wants to have freedom, wants her own identity, wants her own life. And so we see that while she's kind of refusing to continue on with this charade, she and Lynn are locked in their apartment together without any connection to the outside world. And so they have to kind of come to an agreement. During this time, they end up connecting and bonding with each other through like learning about each other's true selves. She learns that because he's not the actual Nice, he has less of a perfection side to him. He tends to be like a little looser with all of that. Not to mention the way he treats her tends to be nicer and more. He treats her more like a human, it seems, based on kind of the things she's saying and everything. Meanwhile, he sees her for who she really is, this strong, independent woman who wants to live her own life, who wants her freedom more than anything, and isn't this, you know, saccharine, sweet, kind girl that she puts on for the public. She actually has like a more um sassy side to her. She has more sass and grump and whatnot. Um so it's really interesting, and it gives a lot more depth to these characters. We find out that the plan that Lynn had figured out to do while they were trapped in there is to fake her death. This allows her to gain her freedom by, you know, having her hero persona die and being able to move on with her life elsewhere, while also gaining sympathy and raising in the ranks and the points um, for Nice. It allows it basically uh, I assume you probably heard that motorcycle going by. But yeah, it's like a two birds one stone situation. It resolves the problem, allows her to have her freedom, but also makes Nice even more popular, which is definitely what the company and Miss J want. That's definitely the biggest priority for them, to make Nice as popular, as big as possible. Um, so they script this entire plan where Nice proposes to her, she accepts, and then the proposal is interrupted by Nice's rival Rec, who is another scripted hero, but acts more as an antagonist, more of a rival force to Nice than a hero in and of his own right. However, Rec starts going off script because he starts to realize that things aren't right. He grew up as Nice's best friend, and Nice has not been responding to him lately. So at first, he's just wondering, why haven't you been responding to me? But when conversing, he soon realizes this isn't the Nice he knew. And that makes him angrier, that makes him more upset. And so when Lynn finally reveals what happened, this sets Rec off, and they have to have a real fight, with Moon getting involved as well, of course. Um, and in the end, Moon is able to use this still to fake her death, and she gains her freedom. But Rec, does he die? Like, it looked like he was falling to his death, and like nice Lynn didn't save him. Unless someone else managed to swoop in and save him in time, it's like, we presume he probably died. And he was definitely prepared and ready to die there. You could tell with the tears and everything, it felt like a death scene. But it's unclear, like, because we didn't see his death or anything, and they didn't, I don't think, mention it afterwards. So it's, like, kind of up in the air if, like, he really did die there. Um, but we see that through this, like, Lynn's plan completely works out. And he even sends a little message at Moon's fake funeral for everybody to wish, like, that now that she has her freedom, she can go anywhere she wants. And it's like, it's a very smart way to handle that, because it actually perfectly fits in with the lie, because that sounds like something someone would say at a funeral about someone who died. But it also, in reality, is just his way of getting her to be able to use her powers to go anywhere. Though she does leave, she does go, but she doesn't take her gun with her, so presumably she's trapped on that island. And at the end, we do see Enlighter from episode 1 is still looking into this, and he finds out, yeah, that Nice has been replaced. And so he ends up getting help from this this organization to instead work for spreading fear and everything. And has now become God Eye. So he's gone full villain. And he's going to definitely be our main antagonist for at least now. This is definitely really interesting, and clearly the belief thing only it does have its limits. I was very much wondering about that. But it seems like just because, like, the public believes she's dead doesn't mean she's gonna die. It seems like it only kind of goes in that one direction. If like people's belief is what gives you power, what gives you this strength and ability and whatnot, but it's not strong enough to be able to kill you. Like, people believing you're dead won't cause you to be dead. So it just seems like it's based only on the powers and the superhero aspect, at least for now. Because even with, like, the thing at the end with her being able to go anywhere, that's based around her power sets and everything. Her power changes again because of that wish. So yeah. Still don't have, like, a full explanation of how this belief system, like, exists in the first place. Is it just a natural phenomenon that happened? I don't remember if it did say something about that in the first episode. Maybe it did. Like, I haven't, like, watched this again since, like, when I first watched it. I watched it the first time, and then I watched it, like, I think 2 more times after that. But I haven't watched it since then. That was pretty much the same day, same, like, couple of days after that, maybe, that I did the first impression. So it's been a little bit. It's been, like, what, a couple weeks? So I don't remember if they said exactly, like, how this all started. But we do see that, yeah, this is a world where the belief causes the powers and everything, but it does have its limits. It's really interesting to see, though, because it can change a person's physical appearance enough to make them, you know, basically turn into someone else. So that's pretty interesting in and of itself. But yeah, this episode, obviously named for Moon, was definitely giving her a lot of big development and character, beyond just what we saw initially. And I think that's really good. I think that's like a strong choice because it allows her to like really like have this autonomy as a character and feel less like, well, the side piece. Because in the first episode, she kind of gave off those vibes. Like she was just Nice's girlfriend. She didn't have much else to her. But this episode rectifies that and gives her a lot more. But it also gives Lynn this entire vibe as well of like, oh, he's he's got to be something other than just nice. He can't just be nice. Like she even I practically tells him that. It's like you have to find out who you want to be. And that's very important, and I think that's going to be a major part of his character arc. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. I thought it was another really great episode, and I'm glad to be doing this weekly now. So yeah, we'll be back next Monday with episode 3. But until then, tell me in the comments below what you thought of this second episode of To Be Hero X. And as always, no spoilers. I think there's like 9 episodes out currently. Do not spoil me on anything. I don't want to know about anything beforehand. I want to go into this as spoiler free as possible. I think it just, creates the best reaction. And I want to have the best reaction I can. So thank you so much for understanding. Like I said, leave your thoughts down below. And again, if I did miss anything, if there's anything that I just like somehow missed, something flew over my head, just let me know. Just be nice about it. No reason to be like rude or an asshole or anything. Just let me know. I'm always willing to like hear you out. And again, sometimes because it is a reaction, I might miss something. So thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Connie, and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.